fire when ready. Kate?
John, it seemed like when the team needed it, you had the ball in your hands and you were able to score and the clutch there. Just what were those last couple possessions like, and what did you feel you needed to do to make sure you guys got the win today?
That was an ugly game. I don't know. I just knew we had to win, and that sometimes you just got to find ways, So we're gonna get back in the lab and just work, and we'll be fine.
And the turnovers, you guys really struggled with turnovers, especially in the half court there. It just seems like you guys really couldn't get into a rhythm. Was that maybe what contributed to Finley not being in the game, or what just kind of led to just the inability to really create consistent offense?
I mean, Landon and Kobe, are two really good guards. And, we got Pierre, Patrick, me handling the ball. And I think that it's by committee. We all have to do a better job taking care of the ball. And honestly, usually, around the beginning of the year is always when teams are turning the ball over a little bit more because you're still finding that synergy. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about that. As we get going, we'll be better about it. And, yeah.
You drew 11 fouls tonight, a physical game all around. What was that physicality like for you kind of on both ends? And then as you drew more and more fouls, did you find yourself getting a little more rhythm at the line?
Damn, I miss a lot of free throws. I'm gonna tell you that. We'll work on those, but I mean, yeah, that's the Big East right there, right? That's you gotta expect the physicality, and that's just like a Big East game. So, we gotta be ready and play a little bit tougher, and yeah, we'll be better.
You said it was an ugly win. I mean, with the way you guys played offense last year, did you expect some growing pains early? I know you said it's early in the season, but with the returners you have and just the offensive skill, are you a little bit surprised with the way you guys struggled early?
I mean, every team is different, Last year we had guys that brought a different skill set, and this year we have guys that are bringing a different skill set than we did last year. So we're going to figure it out. I'm not too worried about our offense. We got really good players on this team. And, Finley's going to be back. Kobe and Landon are going to play much better. Pierre's not going to have how many turnovers he had tonight?
6.
So, and Patrick's going to make some shots too. We're going to be fine, yeah.
Anything else for John? Turning loose.
John,
Thanks, John.
get some rest, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Questions for Thad?
Coach, just kind of the same question about the turnovers. Would you attribute that to just, early season, just kept trying to find chemistry, or what just didn't allow you guys to just generate any kind of consistent offense?
I've never seen us turn the ball over this team like that. Our decision making was horrendous tonight, and we weren't thinking, and that's got to get corrected. There's no. We're a team. Our flow offense tonight was saying I think we ran in transition twice, and I mean we had no push. We had no. I was very disappointed the way we played tonight, and I'm saying I'm going to give Missouri State all the credit because I thought they defended us. They were physical. But we never adjusted. We never kept the ball moving. The things that we deemed to be important tonight, we didn't do. And taking care of the ball is one of those things. I looked before the game. I think from June 5th or whatever, we're like 500 to 200 assist to turnover ratio. I have no idea where this came from tonight, and that can't be who we are. This team, we're not. We can't. And I've talked about this all along. We can't beat ourselves in 19 turnovers is just unacceptable. We've got to get that corrected.
How did you guys not really have a pure point guard on roster? You got guys who can call point guard, you really don't.
Right. I think it's just kind of the way things shake. And Finley, Finley was our starting point guard the other night, and not having him probably hurt us. He can stabilize things a little bit more. But as Josh said, Landon and Colby, those and Pierre told Pierre in the first. I'm like, hey, we're wearing white uniforms here. We just those are things that can't happen. And as you saw tonight, I mean, we put the ball in a lot of different guys' hands, and we ran Ja at the point tonight some, but we've got to get that addressed because that's not Butler can't play that way.
And you guys had significant size advantage as well. But it seemed like Missouri State really held their own on the interior despite being undersized. Was that something you would want to capitalize on more? Is that something you expected to do today?
Yeah, well, it's a little bit easier said than done when you see that because they were so physical. I mean, the contact inside. I don't know. They had 28 fouls to our 14. Is that right? Yeah, for 28. I mean, they didn't care, and give them credit for that. And I mean, they were knocking those guys, and I mean, it was a very, very, very physical basketball game. But we've got to do a better job of standing there with the ball overhead, looking like I'm going to throw it into the post. I mean, the ball's got to move, our bigs got to move. There's got to be more synergy that five guys connected. Because 7,000 people knew that we were bigger than them tonight, and throw it inside. Well, they loaded the box up on us, so that means the ball's got to move to the other side. We got to attack on the other side. We didn't do that night. We just stood and held the basketball.
Coach, you mentioned that summer-long kind of assist-to-turnover ratio, and obviously you look at this as a learning experience for turnovers. But when you don't force that many turnovers in practice, is there something to be gained from giving up 27 points off turnovers, and how you can improve it, not making those turnovers turn into points?
What was the question?
Not making the turnovers turn into points as often. You didn't really get to do that in practice as much.
Right, but that's something that we want to do. When we turn the team over, we want to score, and that's something that we have been. I don't want to say working on. It's been brought to attention. If we're going to turn you over, then we want to score at the other end. And I think tonight we thought we turn it over so they could score because they had so many points off of our turnovers, and that's got to. I think the other thing we didn't do tonight is we didn't adjust well on the fly. A guy gets a hot hand, you got to guard him more. I mean, we lost in transition, gave up 2 wide open threes in transition. I think off of made field goals. I mean, that's just not thinking the game of basketball at the level it needs to be thinking, and we got to get that squared away.
Obviously, Ja had a big night scoring, and again, he put a lot of the ball in his hand a lot, and had some play make as well, and obviously he's a strong defender as well. Can he continue to shoulder that heavy of a load? Is that something you want from him, or would you like to see maybe a more spread out offense?
Well, I think this. I'm fine with that. I'll be like. This is the first time I saw Ja kind of play at the level he played in really like a month since he's been injured. I mean, we were worried about him going into the game because he was on a tear, was really, really playing well September, October, and then the injury happened. And I mean, honestly, because we've been giving him days off to try to get him healthy and get him back, and so I was excited to see him play well. I think Friday night could be somebody else, but we got to get some things cleaned up. There's no question about that.
Obviously, it wasn't his or kind of anyone's night in the turnover department tonight. But when you have Landon Moore on the floor for 26 minutes, what do you have to do to kind of unlock more of him attacking as a scorer, looking to score more?
Landon? I think he's got to make his reads. We talk about playing off 2 feet in the paint. We got stripped. I've talked about one-hand passes. We had a couple guys still one-hand passes that got stolen, and those are the things now we're playing against real teams and that sort of thing. So, but Landon will be fine. I mean, I think that's the one thing he does on the reads, and we just got to keep getting those guys as many reps as we can. And I like the fact that we were in a hard-fought game tonight and we won. A lot of teams in college basketball don't win these games tonight, and we're fortunate to do that.
Very good.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.